Well, it's April, it's snowing, the snow is hitting me in the face, coming out of the north, a little bit of wind. It's like -10 Celsius. Absolutely beautiful. I couldn't have asked for better weather. This is what I want in April. I don't know what you want. What do you want, like warmth? Do you want heat? I imagine a lot of people out there right now are just super excited about summer and the warm weather and, you know, the being baked by the sun. I do enjoy that as well to a certain extent, but this to me is heaven on earth. This weather, I could do it all year long. I'd love to hear from you in the comments about April snow, whether or not you could handle it, or if you would like to enjoy some as well. I imagine a lot of you watching are in, you know, parts of the world where this is not happening whatsoever. But yeah, like this is good. It's good. It's really starting to come down now, and I'm hoping we're going to get, you know, 10-15 centimeters tonight, which would be amazing. I haven't been out here for a heavy snowfall all winter, so seeing as it's one of my last overnighters this season, might as well have a whole heck of a lot of snow coming down on top of me. Lots of snow. Earlier this winter, wow, I can't believe how much snow there is. I buried a propane tank that goes through my tent wall and hooks up to propane stove. And the thing I like about this is that I'm not using those little green canisters all the time. So this actually provides pretty good insulation. It started for me every single time this winter, no matter how cold it was. Covering it in snow just seems to keep it away from that really deadly -40 chill. If this thing was completely exposed, I believe it would gel up and it would not work. But this little trick, it just seems to have worked all winter long. So I'm turning it on now. I'm going to go in and run the propane through the stove and make myself a cup of coffee and get supper on the go. Okay, let's see what's on the menu. We've got cheesies and plain chips, really salty ones. A burger, mayo. Oh, some brie. I got some brie. I love brie. What else do I have? Oh yeah, ketchup and mustard. That is supper tonight. I also have, I believe in here somewhere, there it is. I've got steak spice. Montreal steak spice. Can't beat it. So yeah, that's supper. That boiled in no time. That's the advantage of the propane stove. And I'm hungry, so I'm going to cook my hamburger on the propane stove too. Sometimes I, oh, there we go. Sometimes I cook on the stove, but tonight I'm not messing around. That stove has a ways to go before it's ready to be cooked on. Propane. There's something about being at the tent or at a cabin. I'll drink coffee at all hours, and it doesn't bother me. I really enjoy coffee out here. And but if I was home, there'd be no way I'd be having coffee at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening. But hey, out at the tent, breaking all the rules. Oh yeah, strong too. Strong and black. By the way, I know this is a Tim Hortons dark roast jar, but I've transferred quite a bit of whatever the heck I get at the grocery store into this jar. It's like my tent jar. So I don't even know what this is. This could be Folgers or whatever in this. So yeah. I do enjoy Tim Hortons dark roast, so I will drink that stuff, and I do enjoy it. Some people don't, but I do. Peter McKinnon, if you guys watch that channel, that guy takes his coffee like really seriously. And I think maybe once he had Tim Hortons on his channel. I think if he tried some of that Tim Hortons dark roast, instant coffee, he'd love it. Especially if he was out here 7 o'clock in the evening. Just like living it up, doing whatever the heck he wanted. Breaking all the rules. I am ready to eat right now. This burger looks amazing. Oh, baby. Just gonna have some plain chips with it. I always use wipes when I'm out here. Antibacterial wipes just in case. Handling raw food, raw meats, stuff like that, you know? I'm excited. I am excited about this. Very simple, but satisfying. Wow. Mmm. So crispy on the outside and messy and juicy. Well, that's it, folks. 10 o'clock. Gonna go to bed. Still a bit of light in the sky, too. It's pretty awesome. Before long, there's going to be 24-hour daylight here. And I'm hoping to do some camping in my camper with Crystal and my daughters this summer quite a bit. And it's always fun to camp when it's always daylight. There's just something about it, and if you haven't experienced it before, it's pretty amazing the first few times. There's just something about it that doesn't feel real whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I'm just looking forward to having a nice warm night tonight. Like, I got that stove cranking now, and we're at 20 degrees Celsius here in the back. And I had to put in that new thermometer tonight because my old one fell down and it fell out of place. So I didn't know where, like, the thermometer was weird. It was like it was sliding up and down in the plastic casing, and I didn't know where to put it. If I put it down low, it seemed like it was minus 50. If I put it up high, it seemed like it was plus 50. So the thing is going to the dump. But yeah, I got that new one there, and it's saying 20 degrees right now, 20 degrees Celsius. Too hot for sleep, and I'm going to get this place down to about 10 degrees tonight. I might have the door open. I'll have the back window open. I like it when it's cool when I sleep, so I don't want it to get too hot. And that stove is a monster. It's a big stove, so I'll have to really dial in the temperature tonight and really control it as best I can. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep here in a bit. I'm just going to listen to some music, maybe have a nightcap, a little taste of rum maybe, some ginger ale, and then I'll hit the sack and yeah, wake up in the morning. Brand new day. Well, good morning. That was a pretty good night. Not too bad. It's 9 a.m. now. I was in bed for quite a while. I woke up in the middle of the night, and the noises out of this tent were ridiculous. I gotta say, they were pretty extreme. And just from the wind, just the sound of all the fresh snow on top of the roof, just like sliding off in the middle of the night, and it's loud. It's like shh in the middle of the night. That's what you hear, and so it'll alarm you, right? The stove was phenomenal last night. Like, that stove is good now that I've really got it dialed in. Figured it out over the winter. Yeah, it just kept me nice and comfortable throughout the night. And I had it pretty much closed off as much as possible. I had the chimney shut down, and I had the draft shut down as much as I possibly could. And it just like simmered coals for hours and hours and hours. And it's not too cold out. I don't even know what the temperature is outside. 1 second. Minus 16 right now. That's not too bad. Pretty good if you ask me. Feels like minus 22. So it's, I mean, it's, if you're going to have a stove that's pumping out so much heat, and you're in a small 10 by 12 shack like I am, minus 16 outside is actually pretty good. I mean, if it was 10, 15 degrees outside, I would not be able to use that stove whatsoever. Even probably like 5 degrees Celsius, I would not be able to use that stove. I think it would just be too much. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to try that out someday, but so first things first, cup of coffee, and it looks like my tarp is in a bit of trouble on top there, and I'm concerned that I might be much much too close to the stovepipe, and I wouldn't be surprised if the tarp is melted a little bit. It looks like it's melted on one side already, so it's you know, these are the things, you know, that you have to deal with. So I'll try to tighten that today and see if I can make that a little bit better. I love bacon. Get a couple slices here, throw it on the pan. This morning I'm going to mix my beans into this bacon. Oh man, fried eggs and bacon grease, you cannot beat it. Yes. Okay, time for a bite. Let's see. Oh, that's good. That is really good. Oh, look at those eggs. Creamy. A little bit of firm, a little bit of creamy. Amazing. But as you can see, my tarp has fused to the chimney. The wind has pushed my tarp back quite a bit. I've got to get it yanked over this way in order to square this up. Pretty strong winds the last couple of days, so I got to do that now. Oh. Okay, it came off. That's good. Okay. This thing just got way too loose. So that's nice and tight there now. The best way to store these things, boggins, comatics, whatever you want to call them, is upside down. I haven't been doing that this winter. this right here just came off of the bottom of my my boggin. It's this Teflon runner stuff. It works really well, but it's a bit fragile. That boggin's pretty old, so it is what it is. It's always the same thing every time. Just pack it all up, leave the house. Pack it all up, leave camp. Well, that's it, folks. I'm heading back. And that was just a really lovely little camping trip, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I just like coming out here and sometimes just, you know, recording what I'm doing and having a bit of fun. And, you know, there wasn't a lot of activity, but sometimes that's what camping is all about. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit like, and yeah, if you want to see more and you want to know right away when I'm putting videos up, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I'll be back really soon.